semen retention can very quickly become a trap. And that's not to downgrade or downplay you being sexually disciplined or you practicing any sort of celibacy or sexual alchemy. It's just to understand that that is a means to an end. Your whole world, your whole reality should not be focused around a particular discipline. And I mean, if you want to do that, that's your choice. But like, you got to understand that we are still human beings. There should be, especially because we live in a society that's hypersexualized, there should be some sort of balance. Not saying that you need to be pure all the time, but you need to be on demon time all the time. As a man, I think you need to be a double-edged sword. You need to have the capability, to get freaky if you choose, and you need to have the capability to discipline yourself. And if more men discipline themselves, they'd probably be a lot farther along in life. But also, if more men had the capability to turn on that energy, men in across the board, whether it's business, sports, your work life, when you, especially once you practice certain amounts of sexual alchemy and really really start to balance your root chakra, you'll realize that like you can take that energy and put it towards anything. You can alchemize it towards anything you want in life. So it's not inherently negative, and it's not inherently something that you should always be trying to control, because it's a very very fundamental energy that's all around you, whether you're looking at the seasons, whether you're looking at people interact with each other, animals, whether you're thinking about your own internal state, the masculine and feminine inside of your own psyche. That sexual energy of creativity is always taking place. So to try and always pin it to just, oh, I gotta not bust a nut, is a little bit myopic from a perspective that I think is kind of holding a lot of men back, when there's so much more, I believe, from a metaphysical perspective and a spiritual perspective to dive into than just like, oh, don't bust a nut, or oh, don't watch the hub. Like maybe you watch the hub and then edge your way all the way to the top and get that energy in your head and really soak it inside of your head of what it really feels like. And then sometimes you realize you just like the desire of it. You don't even really like the action. And you can alchemize that. You can alchemize that desire to go close a high ticket client, to close a deal. Like I started making way more money once I started just practicing sexual alchemy, because it's the same exact shit. And I realized that it's not even about the sex. It's not about, retention. It's about everything in life. The creative energy, the creative life force, the desire, the lust is everywhere.